everybody, what's up? I'm Rudy G. My nose is still healing. It can hear now. I'm becoming quite Klingon. Notice I have extra genitals that I didn't have before. I think it's the Klingon nose and forehead that I've just recently acquired. And as I'm saying, what is this live about? Hmm. Haven't gone live in a while. Rudy G going live with the Rude Dude review. The man, the myth, the legend is now ready and in session. I don't think there's any followers. It's fine. You don't have to listen to this shit. The reason why I'm talking right now, I think, is about video games and Microsoft. It's not just Microsoft. It's Microsoft. It's Nintendo. Xbox is well, Nintendo. Get a grip on yourself, man. You're like an ex-girlfriend that's looking for every reason to sue your ex-boyfriend for stuff, that's already been done that you've given up. And you're like, hey, I need to make it worthwhile. What would you call that? Uh, make it, make it worthwhile. So, so, to my knowledge, um, I've never owned a Nintendo Switch, um, and I've seen people play and Switch, and it's impressive. But this is also true that Pokemon games have not been impressive. The Pokemon games, they got the highest IP on the planet Earth for fun for fun games for kids and adults. And what do? They don't back it up. They're lazy. They're lazy. So they had all these people doing Pokemon Go, looking for their Pokemon, and then you want to raise them. If you want to raise them, don't you want to battle your? Don't you want your Pokemon to battle each other? So all that wasted time of finding Pokemon, I was hoping it would be like a nice Pokemon uh, realm where you could go and do player versus player with your Pokemon. And if you were in some kind of ghost town, you'd get like a special ghostly Pokemon that would, or some kind of Pokemon that, if you were some kind of rare Pokemon, if you were in a rare part of the planet, I mean, that was the whole idea of this beautiful thing, that Pokemon could have been. And then they've been so damn lazy. Nintendo, you've been lazy, honey. Nintendo, you've been a little bit lazy. I mean, I guess I missed out on the Switch, but not really because I'd rather get an original Switch than all this awful news that I hear about online service and stuff that that Nintendo Switch 2 is better than Nintendo Switch 1. When you look at the DNA of them right off the bat, it just seems like the Switch 2 is actually trying really hard to break your balls and break your bank. And same thing with Microsoft. I mean, did anybody like Microsoft 11? No. It's just, and then all this bad vibes, this bad beefs with Microsoft on their live servers. It's just like ever since, like, I don't know, ever since Stan Lee died, or something like that. They're just going for broke. They're shooting for the moon, trying to get all your money, not giving you enough stuff to really sink your teeth into that is even anything better than Skyrim, Elder Scrolls Skyrim or Elden Ring or um, I don't know, anything better than co-op gun shooting. That's cool. A lot of people like the gun shooters. I mean Halo. And Tomb Raider. I mean, just saying. What I started saying was that Nintendo sucks, and they're shooting for your wallet. And then you got fans that are such big fans, even though Pokemon's been so lazy that now Nintendo's got to shoot for Power World, and say, "Oh, we invented, throwing Pokeballs and shit." Even though Power World, the creators of Power World, that I forgot what that company's called. Look it up. Who invented Power World? That is what's scaring so much of the lazy ass motherfuckers at Nintendo. Uh, it's just that they got the superior system, a better game that is not lazy, and that the creators of Power World actually, it was found out in a court of law or whatever in Japan that the Power World guys invented that shit. Therefore, Pokemon ain't shit. So you got the biggest IP in the whole planet Earth. I think this is bigger than Harry Potter. It's bigger than X-Men, Marvel. Marvel keeps shooting itself in the foot. Um, Harry Potter just shot itself in the foot by doing the Black Snape. I'm not trying to be a dick, but they went Black Snape. People are still going to watch it, but, you know, it's a slap in the face, man. If you're going to make Black Snape, why don't you make it a female Potter? Because that makes more sense, doesn't it? Female Potter with Black Snape, and all the straight people are gay now. I don't know. So I can't wait for for Captain America to be black. Oh wait, too late. Can't wait for can't wait for Snape to be a woman. I mean, what do you want me to say? So anyway, what I am saying is that Nintendo's lazy as fuck. Their Pokemon games, we thought we were getting better when we were going looking for Pokemon, and when we'd find them in Pokemon Go, that we could battle them. Has that ever happened? Is anybody? Oh, hi guys. Sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you. Hi everybody in the chat. I don't want to get thrown off here. Um, yeah, I wanted my Pokemon Go to battle other Pokemon Go people, players. You went out, you finally got off your butt, and you went out and did something cool, and now you're looking for the better Pokemon. And you want to have your Pokemon battles. Power World's beating that all up. They're trying to come at Power World, and it turns out that Power World invented that before Nintendo did. What do you know? Wah, wah, wah. And then Microsoft, all that Microsoft wants to do is to cash in, and I have an inside scoop on Microsoft through Blizzard as somebody who's just in the Blizzard campus as a vendor for a year, and you got to see all this go woke, go broke. I mean, look at Diablo. I mean, it breaks your heart. You want to enjoy your games. Seems like nobody wants the games to be enjoyed. So they're not going to be enjoyed because they're not fun. And and it turns out that people love Baldur's Gate 3. Who knew? And then I was just watching South Park again, and it's so awesome. I was just watching the South Park, the multiverse or whatever for South Park. It was so funny. Kathleen Kennedy and how they're ruining Star Wars and ruining Marvel, but how, there's no way that Stan Marsh's dad did not ever mess with the pangolin. That's just too funny. And all the jabs that South Park has done against Disney, perfect. Pitch perfect. I mean, just solid. But now it's Microsoft. So now Microsoft. Has anybody been satisfied with Microsoft 11? Hello, Stir. Good morning to you. Have a good Tuesday. Aw. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. That's so nice. I'm so sorry. I'm just trying to stick with my train of thought. But I appreciate anybody who says hi. Hi. Appreciate you very much. I'm in San Diego, California. Anyway, so Nintendo's been lazy. So what do? They raise the prices. I talked to a staunch um, owner of the Switch, Nintendo Switch. I almost bought a Switch 2. Then the more I kept looking online about reviews about the Switch 2 when it came out, it just keeps... All I keep thinking about is like how I'm going to get banned from the Switch 2 because if you try to do something that you could originally do on I don't really know the politics because I never had a Switch, but they're selling you Mario Kart at $80. They're going to sell you Donkey Kong at $80. Donkey Kong Country or something. $80. What am I getting for my $80? Does it seem like a far off cash grab that they're just basically... I'm coming to a conclusion here, by the way, folks, in case you don't know, you think I'm just babbling. I'm not. I was adding in some of the things that I don't like about the woke culture and stuff like that, with games that are trying to get girls into games, but girls were already into games. Since I was a little kid, if a girl could play the game, she's in the game. She's a gamer. And that we're talking about 85. We're talking about the NES the NES control system. You had two controllers. You had Duck Hunt and Mario Brothers. You had a shooter. It came with the gun. That's the expensive pack back in the day. Thank you for the hearts. Love you. Yes, that's right. You'd get Duck Hunt, which, by the way, has anybody ever beaten Duck Hunt? Never beaten Duck Hunt. I have not. Duck Hunt gets too crazy. Mario Brothers, I'm not sure if Mario Brothers is too crazy, but I love playing that game. Um, I'm saying in 1985, you could be a girl and you play games with your brother because the NES Master System came with two controllers, Duck Hunt and Mario in one cartridge, and you can play your Duck Hunt shooter, and you can even compete with your siblings and stuff. And then because it had two controllers, you could play Mario and Luigi for Mario Brothers, which was like it was the precursor to Super Mario Brothers. These games, I mean, I'm just trying to say, now they don't care if you're a man, a woman, a boy, or a girl. You don't get a complete game on launch, your game sucks, dude. You're messing with your audience, You're messing with your customers. And people don't want to deal with that. And then you're going to charge for Battle Pass here, Battle Pass there, or you going to, I have a PS5 right now. My favorite games on PS5. I mean, we're talking about. I'm already down with the Dark, not Dark Souls, um, but I love those games. The ultimate version is. I know that there's new expansions to some of these games, but the Elden Ring. Oh boy, I just. It's just like all the Souls games put together for you to, figure out what kind of character you want to be. I really like Demon Souls because, and I would always pick the prince. Anyway, let me get back to this thing. People don't like what's going on here. It's a cash grab. It's shameless. People should not subscribe to this. The reason why they're doing such a huge money grab on these games is bullshit. The reason why they want the cash grab is because they know that you and I can get right there. Hey guys, hi. You and I can go right there and start creating a better game. The double A games are doing good. The double A games are doing better than the triple A games. They're going to sell for cheaper, and people are going to have much more of a claim to enjoy something that is fun and different without having to do this live service game shooter stuff. Which I don't mind live service game shooters. I'm just not a game shooter, and I'm not a race car driver. I like fighting games, but there's nothing that replaces the arcade. When you're at the arcade console and all the controls work, and you're paying for the game, and you play, you do 2 out of 3 rounds, you win, you lose, you lost. If you think you can win, you put in another couple of quarters or a quarter on the big screen, and everybody. I remember when in the 90s when Street Fighter 2 came out, that shit was on fire. Fire. We're not even talking about Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition. We're just talking about Street Fighter 2. Anyway, so I keep. I'm such a bad person because I'm not telling you the point. The point is that these corporations are greedy. You got greedy ass Nintendo really showing its true colors. You're better off just buying. I want to buy a Switch, but not a Switch 2. I will buy a Switch, but not a Switch 2. I will pay the regular price for the Switch games. Fuck Switch 2. Switch 2 is staring at you with a screen. They're trying to make it so you can talk to each other, but you go into the mechanics of the internals of the system, and they're not improved. It just gives them more spy equipment. That's all it does. And if for some reason something you could do, I've heard that if you mod or something, then they're gonna just ban you off the system, and then the whole Switch 2 becomes debunked, does not work anymore because it was registered to you, and they will make sure that you never join the system ever again. Hi from Russia. Hello. Hi, Russia. I'm coming from California. I'm not in San Diego right now, but I'm from San Diego. I'm in I'm in Orange County. Orange County, California. And it's been stormy, but not too bad. So greedy ass Nintendo, greedy ass Windows. I mean, I was just watching Clownfish TV, and they said that people are going back to Windows 7 because Windows 11 is retarded. And if you read all their shit, my, I mean, you guys, if you can't figure out that Microsoft is Xbox, Microsoft is now Blizzard and Atari, and all they want to do is just keep gouging you for tiny play passes, for live gaming, which to me seems kind of stupid when you're noticing that most of the number one games, gold medal games, are all single player. So they're shooting really hard to get their servers going, to get their employees running for multiplayer games, and then what do? You try to gouge your own customers, and your customers don't like it. And then what happens when your customers don't like it? They're going to look for somebody else, maybe a double A game that's going to just blow blow the blow you guys away, and then nobody's getting any. Everybody's going to get fired because the CEOs don't care about their own backers unless they are their own backers. Well, they act like they're backing it up with their own money. Well, they're going to go broke because the games aren't good. So show me a good game. Tell me about something good. Tell me something good. Tell me that you like it, yeah. So anyway, if I do go Nintendo, I'll go for a Switch. And then, but most likely I won't need it. I would go for a Switch because my girl can't figure out the controls on the PS5. It's just way too complicated for her. Even the Robo game, Sky Robot or whatever it's called. So what I did do was I just invested in the Cowabunga Super the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga Collection, which is a 12 games in one, and Dead Space. So I don't know about Dead Space. I've never played Dead Space from when it was released. I'm playing, but I haven't even played it yet either. So I'm just, it's like, ooh, Dead Space. I'm already scared because I've never even played it, and I've heard this game's been out for forever, and this is just a new version of it, new vision of it. But I'll be honest with you, yeah, the one player games like Link, I saw my buddy playing the Link game or the Zelda game with Link, and he's riding on a thing, and they got Pal World over here, and then you got the greedy corporations trying to sue the pants off of everybody, and the reason why they're trying to sue everybody, and they're trying to isolate everything in these games that are meant to actually set you free, but they just keep trying to pigeonhole you for microtransactions and things you don't need. Um, Things that kind of take away from the adventure of just. I mean, does anybody remember Marvel Ultimate Alliance? Hey, what up, Illinois? Yeah, Marvel Ultimate Alliance, man. You guys remember that? The second one just didn't have the same edge as the first one. The first one was just great. You know, I can play it with my son. We can pick our different heroes. And then, if we keep playing together, we can start unlocking Daredevil, unlocking Black Panther, unlocking, different characters that were not in the original roster. But it's like once you have like Ben Grimm or the Hulk, it's just like or Thor. And what upsets me is that when you play Thor in that game and you're in Asgard, when you what do you call it? When you beat up an enemy and take away their weapon's more powerful than Mjolnir. Give me a break with all that. But anyway, but you have to go. Yeah, you have to push the buttons and steal the weapon. But once you steal it, it's more powerful than Mjolnir. Whatever, dude. That's just the reason why I'm gonna say this because this is all I really came on here to say, and I'm just filling in time. And I'm so sorry, you guys, that I'm ignoring you. It's not. I'm not trying to ignore you. I didn't let very random. Yeah. So what I'm saying is that Nintendo is sold out. So it's better if you just buy the Switch. If you don't already have a Switch, then just buy more Switch games. Have fun with your Switch. The Switch 2, a hardcore buddy of mine said there's nothing that the Switch 2 has to offer to him. And that means a lot coming from this Nintendo fan. Uh, and Nintendo's just a cash grab right now, and they're going for a cash grab super hard because they're desperate. They're not coming super hard because they're trying to impose that they're such winners that they're such Nintendo is such the big winner that when they raise the price, you're just supposed to bite, even though there's no soul to the Nintendo anymore. Where's the soul? So it's just a desperation, serious desperation. Same thing with Xbox. Same thing with they need their live service. They get a play pass just to keep people employed. But not everybody just wants to play shooters. It's already been proven every year. Most of these games are all single player games. It's more of a tight niche for them to just be constantly modding. And has anybody noticed how the mods for a lot of these companies are real, just kind of evil to their customers? I mean, I'm not even talking about Fortnite. I don't know nothing about. I tried playing Fortnite. I'm like, oh, am I shooting or am I building? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm old and I don't know about Fortnite. I would like Mario Kart, but not on the Switch. I'm old school, man. I was playing Mario Kart when it first came out. It was either on the regular NES or the Super NES. But I had the Super NES, and my favorite game on the Super NES was Super Street Fighter because it came with Fei Long. It came with the Jamaican dude. Boom, uppercut. With the spinning back kicks. It seemed like he came after Billy Blanks. DJ, and then you had T-Hawk. He could do like an air strike, and then I think he'd do a grab like Zangief, and then Cammy still gets more play than T-Hawk ever did. But yeah, I remember Mario Art and Mario. I mean, I'm just saying that. Is it me or is Switch is Nintendo getting lazy as can be, and they're so lazy. It's just so awful. That Pal World is just better. So yeah, now people are ditching Microsoft Windows 11, and they're ditching. Uh, there's there's nothing that Microsoft is putting out game wise that is breaking that I'm hearing about. Nobody's talking about anything great coming out of Blizzard or anything Microsoft. It's just you want to have a live service game where you shoot each other and stuff. I dig it, but not everybody wants to play it. People want to play single player games. Baldur's Gate 3. Um, I know that they did a multiplayer version of what's it called? Elden Ring. That could be cool. I don't really know. I like to play. It sounds silly with myself. When I'm playing the game, I just want to play the game. I like turn based, and I'm not afraid to just try to go crazy on the Elden Ring or any of the Souls games. I was like, um, but I got the Cowabunga collection from TMNT. I'm looking forward to checking that out. And Dead Space, the new Dead Space, I don't know. But anyway, I'm just saying the reason why they are taking money from you is because the reason why they're trying to charge you extra is because they're completely corrupted. They got no morals. They're, I mean, just like cinema. There's no hope in sight. There's nothing that's drawing you to it anymore. The reason why they're raising their prices is out of desperation. They're desperate because they know that you could make a double A game that's going to make more money than their triple A games profits. Their triple A games profits, they're not even caring about because they're too busy with social engineering. They're trying to social engineer you to be okay with gay and say that blacks have been in Nordic countries. There's black Vikings and shit. There's a black samurai. Ubisoft, and then you all try to put out Rebel, Star Wars. It's so immersive and it's not. So um, yeah. So what are you gonna do? No wonder the other countries are gonna take your money in a different way. Um, they're just being more blatant about it, and the only reason why they're doing about it, like I said, is because of desperation. And what's really going on is they're afraid that you know you're gonna one up them because they've been lazy for so long. Anyway, I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to give you so much guff over nothing. But this is live. I will play this live. I'm gonna post this on my Facebook. Post this out on my YouTube. Rodolfo. Wait, what's my YouTube? Rude Dude Reviews. My Rude Dude Reviews is saying that nobody wants to give Microsoft money because they don't deserve it. Nobody wants to give Nintendo money because Nintendo is lazy and they are going so power hungry with the raising of the prices, flying to the courts, trying to pretend that they invented throwing a Pokeball. Give me a Power World creators, I forgot the name of the company, invented this stupid throw and catch your own of allies and stuff. Um, I don't know what else to say. They want your money so bad that they're not willing to budge. It's desperate because we could probably put our own heads together, make a cheaper game with a smaller unit. Um, that's gonna and therefore a huger profit because people want to just have fun. They don't need all this, you know, what is it? What am I saying? They don't need all this social engineering commentary in the damn game. It's you're a girl, got it. You're a gay guy, cool. You're a gay girl, fine. Everybody's different. It's okay. Let's just have fun with the game. Love interests and single players are fun. You know, I think that's fine. Same sex, fine. But pushing the narrative way too far, like they did with Dragon Age, which just is just such a travesty. I love the dark, weird ass Dragon Age. It's dark. They have elves as practically slaves and shit. The Kunari were definitely like a force, force to be scared of in these games. Anyway, whatever. So please, let's create some fucking games. Hello to all my friends. Hello, sir. Good morning to you. Have a good Tuesday. Thank you, Duvie. Michael Hall. Hi. Um, Jose Torres. Hi. Hi back. Torres, I'm going to sub. Oh, thank you. Please sub. Oh, you're sweet. I'm going live. It's weird. I didn't even tell anybody. I appreciate that. Fock222. I like the Fock 2. Uh, Hi, bro. What's up? I'm from Russia. I like Flock 2. The heavy metal movie was called Flock 2. It had two Ks. I like the fantasy, science fiction and fantasy. Homie Black. Oh, Homie Back. Hello. Hello, Homie Back. What's up from Illinois? What's this 234? All right, guys. Well, I think I've blasted my piece to say what's going on. So I'm just saying, you guys, we need to like start creating our own games and having more fun because it just seems like AAA is kind of bunk, and they're shooting a lot of shit without any fucking hardware. You're buying their systems so you can play their games, and they're taking it a little too far, and it's taking away from the spirit of the gamer. People don't want to deal with that bullshit. People just want to turn off and play Mario Kart and defeat each other. But how many times are you gonna sell Mario Kart without upgrading it or something? I mean, how many times are you gonna? So they just want your money. They don't care about your opinion. They're completely irrational. They don't know what they're doing. It just sucks. It's just like Hollywood. They don't know. They don't care about American pop culture. Their greed has overshadowed American pop culture? I don't think so, you guys. Fuck video games, dude. Fucking get into like role playing these systems like Star Wars. Star Wars role playing game is fun. You can have a better time there. You just like everybody's like, oh, COVID, everything sucked. It's like, no, when COVID happened, we were we were playing games and we were paying for it, and because it was worth our while. They weren't being preached to. We were making up our own fun through that system. Hi, BG4XX. Would you rather eat a hairy cantaloupe or a mayonnaise covered dried out squash? Probably the latter. I don't know what that means. How about a gourd? Because my squash got to be like. I'm pretty funny. Okay, my little sister gave birth earlier today. Well, congratulations, Charlie. Gave birth as a baby. It came out black. Were you black? Well, is the father black? I mean, I don't know why it's got to be about race. When it really boils down to it, it's been proven that it's just melanin. That's the real difference. You got melanin, changes our skin tone. I've seen black people that look like Jewish, but just dark skin. I've seen, I've seen a lot of black Mexican or Blaxicans is what I've been calling them my whole life. Nothing wrong with that, man. It's just indigenous or it's just melanin, homie. A baby's a baby, does not come out evil. A baby is beautiful. A baby is the most pure baby. Dogs and cats are not a human baby. So I got nothing against what's going on here. What's important is that you love each other. And I believe in God. I don't preach it, but I do believe in God. So God bless you all. If you believe in God, then pray with me right now and say that the non believers, should believe, and there's no hell waiting for them if they don't believe. It's really up to them. And if you believe, then you already know what's up. You know, we're here for a bigger purpose, not just falling in love, but also living a healthy conscience. And being proper. I know it's a dog eat dog world, but it's it's harder elsewhere. Trust me. Okay, well, I'm about at my limit. I got to pee so bad. But welcome to my new home in a cool, uh, kind of like a, cool RV. So I'm off the streets, you guys. Except, I mean, I'm not homeless anymore, but I'm not off the street. Anyway, rock and roll, peace, love, hallelujah. God bless you. Don't let these people tell you anything. The man inside of you, the less that you care, the more on point you are. When people talk shit about you, what do you say? Nothing. You say, I don't care. Guess why? Because that's like the hottest shit in the universe is to not let people mess with you. But reacting and saying things in an intelligent manner is important. Having debate is important. I get it. I don't. Free candy. Yeah, I want children. No. By the way, adults love candy too. Look, sweets can leave their mark. That was funny. All right, Big 40XX. Much love to you guys. I'm gonna post this. I hope you like, subscribe, share, and just listen to me talking my bullshit. Peace out. Let me see if I can um, make this happen without deleting it. Happy December 7th. No, December 6th, everyone. Bye. How do I do this? How do I do this? Did I stop? How do I stop this? Yes, I'm stopping.